Growing up, spending summers in North Carolina meant one thing, Bojangles fried chicken. But now I got the recipe. And the secret ingredient? Sweet tea. Watch this. First things first, we're starting with the whole chicken. Why? Because it saves you money. Buying pre-cut chicken can cost up to 30% more, but with just a few cuts, you've got everything you need for less. Plus, you can save the leftover bones for homemade stock. Now, everybody knows those chicken breasts take the longest to fry. So what I like to do is cut the breast in half, and that turns this 8-piece chicken into a 10-piece chicken dinner. Once your chicken is cut, throw it in a bowl, and now it's time for the marinade. First, start off with some buttermilk. Make sure you use buttermilk with fat. Do not use low-fat buttermilk. Then give it a couple shakes of hot sauce. Then add a cup of my top-of-the-line brine, which is going to make sure this chicken is busting all throughout. You can get the brine from UncleDibbz.com. And then don't forget about that secret ingredient. Add just a couple of splashes of sweet tea in there. That's going to give it that sweet and subtle taste, kind of like chicken and waffles. It's that contrast that makes it special. And that's going to give this Bojangles chicken that taste that you're going to love. Let this marinate for at least 4 hours, but overnight's even better. Next up, we've got that wet and dry batter. For the wet batter, it's just eggs and milk. It keeps it simple. But the dry mix is where the flavor hits hard. First, make sure you use some self-rising flour. And then for flavor, we're using that King Creole blend mixed along with that Delta dust. Both of these seasonings make that perfect, nice, crispy, flavorful batter that's going to coat our chicken. You can get both seasonings from UncleDibbz.com. Now, the key to that perfect crunch is double coating. Dry mix to wet, then back to dry. Make sure every piece is evenly coated so when it hits that fryer, it's crispy on the outside and juicy on the inside. Remember, dry, wet, back to dry. Now let's fry. Heat your oil to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Fry each piece for about 6 minutes per side until it's golden brown, just like this, or 165 internal temperature. Now, everybody always asks me how I get my chicken perfectly golden brown. You have to agitate your chicken while you're frying it. Do not just let it sit there and burn to death. You got to move it around, let it scrub the ground a little bit, and then this is the beautiful result. There it is, y'all. Homemade Bojangles style fried chicken that'll take you straight back to the Carolinas. And the sweet tea, that's the secret that makes it unbeatable. For this full recipe, visit my site, UncleDibbz.com. Until then, let's eat.
That's good, shorty.